SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ole Miss Rebels. Restate the statement call again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They'll go right back to him. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving.
180 race call. 180 race call.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they stopped him in the backfield on third down and short.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run inside, it's Davison. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down, it's 2nd and 6. Moore fires to the big fella, and he uses a stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They're backed up just a little, 1st and 10 from their own 19. On the move, it's Davison. Maybe a crease. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dante Moore makes the grab. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Now here's Moore. Finds his big tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Moore to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Makes the catch, and he's free. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tight end now in motion. Again, it's Moore. Fires to the end zone. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground with the counter. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Rebels offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Running inside, it's Lindsey. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Did he hear footsteps running over the middle of the field where all those defenders are lurking? I think that might have got in his head. That might have been a reason why he dropped it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The run inside. It's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The offense changing the play. Rides to the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. And the Ducks will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Takes the easy completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Off the RPO, complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Running inside, it's Lacey. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
3rd down following the sack by the D. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The give to the back. Across the 35. Flying down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, the offense was off to a bit of a slow start, but we know in talking to this running back, he prides himself on getting stronger as the game goes on. And here in the 2nd quarter, he breaks off a beautiful long touchdown to put his offense on the board. And you know now he's going to be asking the offensive coordinator to start feeding him the football.
give me more touches. Shocker that he would say that. But the other side of the ball, defense, like we've got to swarm to the football. It's got to be a consistent effort to try to stop the running back because he is good. He is dynamic. And you just saw one touch can change the field position and can change the scoreboard just like it did right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Still on his feet at the 40. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Here's a give to Frazier.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lindsey. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Trying to get it to the marker. Might have a chance. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long.
Blue 85. Spade eat.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing more. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Moore to the air. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The Land Sharks circling, crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. He makes a catch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
They'll go to the counter. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Moore. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Ducks want to move quickly. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him to get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Dante Moore fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and I just on to the next down.
Can't get him to the ground. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Finds space on the right. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Complete downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he missed it. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass. Could be an alley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Davison. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
This offense says it's 4-down territory, taking a chance from the 43. 4th down, Moore. Fires to the right. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Finally, they get him out of bounds, and what a big pickup there as they get the first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Here's Moore to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Turning it on. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. inside. It's Davison. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the miss, the lead is still full.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points... Picked off! What a play to set him up! And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. On the run, it's Davison.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throwing more. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They'll try to convert on 4th and short from the 20. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Fires it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Lacey. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Trying to impose their will with the run. There's some room. Getting this offense going. Stopped him at the 38 after the huge gain.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. You just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Find some fresh air. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run play action. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
And the Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue 22.
Trying play action. Makes a grab. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Moore. Looking deep down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Now here's Moore. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The run inside. It's Lacey. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They're dealing with a second and long.
Ready. Hey, kill it, kill it. 390, Twilight. 390, Twilight. Bang, bang, bang.
Looking to fire. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
It'll be third and long. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. He takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Coming out with it, it's Hill. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Running through contact. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play, like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dante Moore. Quickly out for the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Running inside, it's Davison. Breaks into the open.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. We're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. He's got the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Here's Moore to throw. Here's the pressure. Buying some time. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Throwing more. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on third and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
You're down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, time's not your friend. You got to take a shot. Defense doing a great job in the end zone, making sure that ball falls incomplete. Clean play, excellent coverage, everybody's eyes on the quarterback. That's probably going to seal the deal for this defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Back to the ground with the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
All right, this running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset. But to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.